My grandmother passed away not too long ago. Yeah, I know, it's starting going down for a second. But her last words were, "I'm sorry." And you'd think that was kind of like bad, but so like growing up, my grandmother had this deep freezer in her room. Like in the foyer of our big living room that we had, but she always had like a cloth over it and there were locks on it. Which kind of freaked me out growing up because I never knew my grandfather. Exactly, like he disappeared and nobody really knows where he went, but that freezer showed up one day. And it's anytime you ask, you're like, "Mama, what's up with that freezer?" "Don't worry about it. It's none of your goddamn business." And like my grandmother was a sweet woman. She was the type of person that would tell you all the time. I lived next door to her house, and she'd be like, "You going home?" I'd be like, "Yeah." She goes, "Tell your mama when you get home to suck my motherfucking dick." And I would just, "Mom, golly, Grandma told me to tell you something really cool. Suck my motherfucking dick." My mom would bust out laughing, and it was really funny until I got about 5 years old. Then it gets repetitive. And when she passed away, like one of the first things that all the family members did after everything was said and done was everybody was standing in a group around the ice chest, and they were just like, "So who's brave enough to open this?" And my uncle Jimmy, the one that I'm the most like, the crazy one, he's like, "Fuck it, let's chop this bitch open and see what we got. It might be gold." Gold. And so when they finally, everything's said and done, they're going to open up the ice chest. When it pops open, like everybody jumps back. It's like a mummy sarcophagus. You hear that? And it's just National Geographic magazines. And you think that like my grandmother, she was like, "I'm sorry that we're going to have to house the deposit of knowledge after the apocalypse. Because we have all the issues up to 1984. Right when Reaganomics was right in its full swing, so white America's protected." Damn old people. We start clearing all that trash away, and then right under it, there's this garbage bags. Kind of looks almost human sized. And you hear this, you just hear my mom go, "Oh, God damn it. Daddy?" Like he's going to answer. My uncle decides, he's just going to pull it out, and then he just grabs the bag, and the bag rips open. And 15 multicolored dildos fall out of the bag. Along with it is a plaque. And on the plaque it said, "Margaret Downs, greatest dick sucker of Louisiana, 1971 to 1984. I'm one of 22 grandchildren, and I'm right in the middle. I was born in 85. That means up to my birth, my grandmother was the state dick-sucking champion. She had so many kids that she probably could have went national, but she had to retire after state. And my mom was just like, "Oh my God, this is why Mama said I'm sorry." And I went, "Sorry? You should be proud. Our family breeds champions." She used to tell us all the time, "Morgan, when you find something that you're good at, be the best at it." I always took that to heart. She would tell people stuff like my sister would go to light up a cigarette. She'd be like, "Honey, cigarettes are like dicks in your mouth." And she smoked a pack a day. She had to get plenty of practice. She was like the Jedi master of sucking dick. God, if only she was still around, we could learn so much. She was cut out in her prime. And I didn't want to be outdone. I don't want to not be a champion in my own right, but first I have to get my self-esteem problem. So I was like, I want to get control of my weight. I want to stop sugar. But I'm not doing very good. They don't tell you that when you stop doing sugar, you start to go through withdrawals. And I started having crazy ass dreams. I would have dreams that cupcakes were clawing up the walls. I fell asleep one night watching CNN, and Donald Trump comes in my house and he's like, I got this Twinkie, it's huge. Check it out. Right before I put my mouth on it, I fucking wake up, I swear, right before. And I watched a documentary that said that sugar and cocaine react the same way in the human body. And that freaked me out because if sugar was as hard to get as cocaine, I'd be a much better dick sucker than my grandmother.